Hi there, this is David and welcome to New RPG News. We have a bunch of stuff to talk about today, from some giveaways to some great news in regards to some old classic RPGs that are resurfacing, to a new trademark of a lost RPG, to even more. Like, there is so much going on. It is just wild, y'all. But we're going to be starting with today's top story. The Switch 2 pre-orders begin April 24th in the US and Canada, and pricing has remained unchanged. I was originally going to include this story in last week's New RPG News, but I had major technical issues because I was in Puerto Vallarta and I just had issues. And for whatever reason, in the editing process, the story got dropped. So I'm redoing the story, and here we go. So it looks like the pricing has remained unchanged, and it still will be $450 for the Switch 2 console, or $500 for the Switch 2, as well as the Mario Kart World bundle. And also the pricing for the physical and digital versions of Mario Kart World and Donkey Kong Bonanza will also remain unchanged at launch. That is $80 and $70 respectively. However, the Switch 2 accessories have experienced price adjustments from the original pricing due to changes in market conditions, which is code for tariffs. Other adjustments to the prices of any Nintendo product are also possible in the future depending on market conditions. So yeah, we're paying for those tariffs. Sucks, but here we are. Next up, I do want to introduce you to this new app that I've been told about. It's called Winzo, and it's also today's video sponsor. This is a skill-based gaming platform where real players, not AI bots, can earn real money by playing against one another, just like normal everyday games like Candy Match, Chess, Uno, or even Solitaire. And you can just cash out your winnings instantly through PayPal. Not only that, you can even refer your friends and you'll get $2 each time that one of them signs up. So if you like what you see here and you want to earn some real cold hard cash too, just by playing some games, be sure to sign up using my link below, or to scan the QR code, do that too, and you'll get a $1 sign up bonus and 100% cash back up to $5 on your first deposit. A pretty sweet deal if I do say so myself. One of my favorite things to do during New RPG News is just to present really cool new things to y'all, and this is one of the coolest things ever. It's the Lacrimona of Dana Collector's Set. And if y'all remember this novelization that came out last year, it is from the same people, and I will include a link below to purchase this. It's just this is freaking cool. This is just freaking cool. Look at this stuff. It's just kind of amazing. It has this Adol artwork, which is what? Maybe I'm not an artist or something, but I don't know. That's not exactly how I would draw at all. Not that I'm the best drawer ever, but my God, it says it's an 8x8 frameable canvas print by Austin, world famous artist. Okay, Austin, looks like a Picasso, but okay. There's a physical MP3 CD audio book. There is the Castaway Tales hardcover companion book, a Castaway cookbook, which is a hardcover cookbook, a set of 3 double-sided bookmarks right there, a Seal of Warden pair of temporary tattoos, a collector's treasure chest styled box, this is insanity, Castaway checklist card, and a 7-inch bottle with authentic messages from the video game itself. And yeah, this collector's set is there, and it is $150 for that collector's set, but there's different options, and if you want to, you could just buy the Castaway Tales, or you could just buy the cookbook, or just buy the audiobook CD, or whatever. It's all piecemealed here, and I will include a link below to purchase. Claire Obscure Expedition 33 sales top 500,000. Whoa, this is crazy. Good for them. This is a new indie studio, up-and-coming studio, in their very first game, and I played it and oh my God, blown away. This thing is a classic. This is actually, I was talking to Fem Trooper about it the other day, because she was I don't know, it seems kind of dark, and I'm girl, you're missing out. You've got to play this. This is up there with some of the SNES and PlayStation 1 greats. This really is fantastic, and they deserve all of the sales. I've just got to say, it is so good. If you haven't checked this one out yet, you really need to. And guess what? I have a code that I am going to be giving away for this, and we're going to be giving it away in the comments. And all you have to do is tell me why you want to play this game. That's it. Just talk to me, say, hey, I would like to play Clear Obscure Expedition 33 because fill in the blank. And I've got to say, ever since I've started giving away things in YouTube comments, it is my favorite way to give things away. And you know why? Let me tell you why. Because I have been on YouTube for over 10 years now, and I like giving away things to good people, and I feel like my audience is good people. And over the course of 10 years, I have blocked thousands of bad people, thousands of horrible people who come in and they say horrible, rude comments to me, or homophobic things, or they curse at me, or they yell at me, or they're just rude. And I block them because who has time for all that negative energy? And it makes me so happy that I can do all these giveaways, and they might be watching and being like, oh, I like Clear Obscure Expedition 33 because blah, 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 blah. And they won't be able to enter because they're blocked, and they don't even know that they're blocked, and it makes me super happy. I know I'm a little bit evil, but yeah, just this is your chance to win. But the thing is that I'm going to be coming back in 1 week's time, and I'm going to be choosing a winner. So make sure that you check your comments and you check your replies in 1 week's time. And because, I can't give you the code in the comment, you have to see the comment that says, hey, you're the winner. And then you have to email me, and then I can give you the code because, it's a private code, and I don't want people to just grab your code. You know what I'm saying? So check your replies so that you know if you're a winner or not. The Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Remastered has been announced for the PS5, Xbox, and PC. It has been shadow dropped, and it is now available. So this week we got some bangers. We got Expedition 33, and we have Oblivion Remastered as well, but they're all going to be overshadowed by the next game, I've just got to say, because what could possibly top what I have coming out next? Answer? Nothing! Nothing could possibly top this. Expedition 33, trash. Oblivion, trash. It's Breath of Fire 4! I don't really mean that they're trash, I'm just playing. It's available via Good Old Games 25 years later for its Silver Jubilee. It's only $10, y'all, and it's DRM free as well. So this is just absolutely amazing. GOG partnered together with Capcom, and they were like, hey, we want to preserve this game that came out on the PC originally in 2003, and they got Capcom to agree to it, so that's why it is exclusive right now for GOG. But then they also went ahead and they put in all sorts of different improvements. You can play it in English or you can play it in Japanese. They improved some of the mini games. They improved the compatibility and crashing issues and all sorts of different stuff. So it really is like the definitive way to play this game right now. And I've just got to say this, because I put out a dedicated video about this just yesterday, and there was a lot of comments that were like, whatever, I'll just emulate it, it's fine. And I'm just like, what the hell are you thinking? I'm sorry, excuse my language, but give me a freaking break. This is the first time in 20 years that Capcom has even acknowledged Breath of Fire's existence, that they even so much as deign to breathe upon it, to look its way, to say, oh, this thing? You exist? And then we've been asking for this, and then you're like, I'm just gonna emulate it. No! You need to support this! Otherwise, Capcom's gonna say, well, they don't want Breath of Fire, bye! Why would Capcom bother putting these games out if they don't get anything from it? You know what I mean? If y'all want a Breath of Fire collection, if y'all want the first 3 games to come out in some way, shape, or form, then you need to support this one that they're testing the waters with. If you want a real Breath of Fire 6 or a Breath of Fire 7, you need to support Breath of Fire 4. This one that they're testing the waters with. That is what they're doing. They are saying, hey, how well is this going to sell? Is it worth it for us to do this? And we need to prove to them that, yes, it is worth it. Xseed and Marvelous are doing the Lord's work, I've just got to say. Whereas pretty much just every single other third-party developer out there are doing these game key cards or whatever for the Switch 2, Xseed and Marvelous put out a statement being like, nope, we're not doing that. Our games are all going to be right there on the card. They are going to be real physical games. We need to support that. And now we have a release for the Switch 2. There it is on the card. It is $70 for Rune Factory Guardians of Azumar Standard Edition. It doesn't look like there is a collector's edition like there is on the Switch, because if you go to Switch 2, you can't click limited edition. That defaults to the Nintendo Switch 1 for the limited edition. But anyway, I'm going to include links here to purchase this, whether you want it for the Switch 2 or you want it for the Switch 1 to get that collector's edition. It is available right here. Same dealio here for Story of Seasons Grand Bazaar Premium Edition, but here's the difference. It looks like there is a premium edition for the Nintendo Switch 2 that I'm showing you right here. It says Switch 2, and you can see it's in a premium box. It even says Premium Edition right there, and that is $80. If you go to the Nintendo Switch one for the Premium Edition, it is $70. And I will include links to purchase this. It looks like it comes with the original soundtrack, a sheep pocket plush and cloth poster. The outer box, Story of Seasons Endgame. It looks like it has that little sheep or something down there in the corner. 115-page art book as well. So that's pretty neat. Let me see what was in this one as well. So in the Guardians of Azuma, there's a woolly plush keychain, an original soundtrack as well. The game and outer box, a 140-page art book, and a Sacred Fan with display stand. And while we're sharing links to purchase, I might as well share this one too. Over on PlayAsia, there is Saga Frontier 2 physically available in multi-language editions. It is a physical English release, and it looks like it's only like $37 right there, so it's really cheap. So if you wanted to pick up Saga Frontier 2 physically, now is your chance, and I will also include a link below to purchase this. You can purchase it on the Switch or the PlayStation 5. Brave the Default Flying Fairy HD Remastered details story, characters, world, new features, battle system, and job. It's a deeper dive into the Switch 2 launch title, which I first played on the 3DS, and it was fantastic! I love the Bravely Default series. It's pretty much like Final Fantasy V, if it just like kept on expanding or whatever. If you like turn-based combat, if you like world maps, if you like job classes, if you like classic turn-based combat, 4 crystals, you know, lighting the orbs or whatever, this is right up your alley. This is like if Final Fantasy never changed after Final Fantasy IX, if you know what I mean. It says, in addition to its classic tale of crystals and warriors of light, job-based party customization, and the series' patented Brave and Default battle system, the game's conveniences are further modernized for even more comfortable playability. Then it goes through and it shows just a massive ton of screenshots. The story. Make for a distant land of Luxendark as a warrior of light. Without warning, the Great Chasm opened up a hole in the world. Tiz is the sole survivor of a village swallowed whole by the chasm. In the depths of his despair, he encounters a young Vestal named Agnes. Anye. Together they set off on a journey unacceptable, with the goal of closing the chasm and freeing the crystals swallowed by the darkness. They set off entirely unaware of the significance of that goal. It is unacceptable that I mispronounced her name. So stupid. Okay, anyway, let's see what else is. Like, there's so many screenshots. The world. Various locales dot the maps of Luxendark, a stage upon which the story is set. A kingdom in the middle of a desert. A land of unceasing civil war. A nation of exclusively women. What adventures await in each of these places? And there's also some new stuff that they added too. I want to go through a billion screenshots. Oh, this is interesting too. In the 3DS version of the game, you were able to turn off the encounter rate entirely, set it to 0. But it looks like here the lowest you can set it to is 50%. So they took off the option of setting it to 0% for whatever reason that is. And instead of using the Street Pass that the 3DS used, it says that they updated the networking to be retooled for the Nintendo Switch 2's free network connectivity. Whether you work together with your allies from your platform's friend list or power through the adventure on your own is up to you. There was a way that you could like summon friends, and the friends could like help you out in battle. And then there was also a way of like rebuilding the village and all that kind of stuff through Street Passes. So that's probably going to be just done through the network connectivity. There's also 2 varieties of brand new mini-games. You can't have a JRPG nowadays without a mini-game. Take a break from adventuring to enjoy 2 different types of all-new mini-games. Playing the mini-games awards various bonuses, including newly added notes in Dee's journal that reveal previously untold facets of the story. So there's a Luxembourg rhythm catch. I am notoriously terrible at rhythm games. And then there's Ringabell's Panic Cruise, which looks like, I don't know, Superman 64, where you fly through rings or something. So, yeah. One of the best games for the Game Boy Advance is now available on Nintendo Switch Online. It is Fire Emblem: The Sacred Stones. Game Boy Advance was the gateway for the Fire Emblem series in the West. We didn't get any Fire Emblem games at all until the 7th game finally came out on the 3DS, or not the 3DS, gosh, I'm having Bravely Default on my brain, on the Game Boy Advance. And that's where I was first introduced to the series, and then I went back through the evils of emulation, but we still never got those games to play the rest of the Fire Emblem series. Anyway, it says, Fire Emblem: The Sacred Stones first launched for Game Boy Advance in October 2004 in Japan, followed by May 23rd, 2005 in North America. And here's an overview of the game via the back of the box. Yeah. From the ashes of a fallen kingdom, the kingdom of Reynes lies in ruins, shattered by a sudden invasion from its former ally. Guide the royal heirs, Erika and Ephraim, on their twin quest to rebuild Reynes and discover the dark secret behind the war that has torn their homeland apart. Will your chevalier become a paladin, or will he sacrifice speed for power and become a great knight? With multiple class changes to choose from, how your characters level up is up to you. Plan your strategy and take advantage of your strengths to exploit your enemies' weaknesses. Guide your soldiers carefully. If they fall in battle, they are gone forever. That was my, whenever I was playing through Fire Emblem on the emulation, I'd make a save state before every single turn. And if somebody died, lobe state, you know? I was like, no one's dying. It's not going to happen on my watch. Looks like Suikoden 1 and 2 HD Remastered is coming out on the Switch 2 on June 5th. However, the physical edition will ship in a game key card, unlike Marvelous and Xseed titles who are doing it up right. So, yeah. It says that pre-orders for the physical edition are available in Japan, revealing that the physical edition will be shipping on a game key card that requires the internet connection to download the full game. I looked for any sort of Western release sites or whatever. I didn't see anything as far as pre-ordering is concerned right there. It also says an upgrade from the Switch version will not be available, and save data from the Switch version will not be supported or transferable, so do keep that in mind. We have a release date for Super Robot Wars Y, launching on August the 28th. It's coming out for the PlayStation 5, Switch, and PC. There is a standard edition that costs $60, and it says that there will be a physical edition early purchase bonus, and then it goes into various digital editions. So it looks like there's a standard edition that is physical, and similar to Suikoden, I looked for it. I even went to Bamco's website, and I looked for it there. I can't find the physical edition. I can't find it. If somebody else can find it in the comments and let me know, hey, more power to you, I can't find it. There's the digital Deluxe edition, there's a digital Ultimate edition, and all sorts of other stuff, but the only one that I would care about personally would be the standard physical edition. Rado Remastered: The Mystery of the Soulless Army English voice cast announced, and quality of life changes in combat videos have been showcased. So it goes through and it gives you who each character is voiced by, and then it says the quality of life features highlighted in the videos include the ability to save anywhere, easy access to objectives, updated demon visuals, enhanced environments, and more. The overhauled combat video shares a look at real-time battles with the mag drain system, Rado's special attacks, freeform camera control, and more. This is coming out for the PS5, Xbox, Switch 2, PS4, Nintendo Switch, and PC on June the 19th. I will include a link down below to purchase. Furyu is back at it again, announcing School Life RPG Varlet for the PS5, Switch, and PC. Forge your identity and unravel the secrets of Kusei Academy. Let's see what we got going on here. It says, welcome to the halls of Kusei Academy, the first school to implement the cross-reality virtual reality network known as Johari, which is used for everything from finding basic information and making purchases to serving as a social networking and messaging app. The app has resulted in a marked increase in users' desire for approval and attention amongst peers, and soon an urban legend begins circulating about users disappearing into otherworldly glitches. If those desires grew too strong, and worse yet, monsters inhabiting the glitches are said to replace users in the real world, leaving everyone none the wiser. The protagonist soon discovers that this urban legend is very real, and some students have already been replaced by monsters, forcing them to take a stand. As a member of the Student Support Services, or SSS, where have I heard that before? A guild dedicated to solving the Academy's troubles, players must guide their friends, strengthen bonds, and fight to protect the school from impending doom. However, navigating these relationships comes with its own challenges. Getting too close to multiple people may lead to unexpected consequences. This is from the same team that developed the critically acclaimed Monarch. So take it with a grain of salt. And it also looks very much like we have Persona at home, if you know what I mean. But, I will just leave my judgment for whatever it actually comes out, whatever I actually review it. But I'm just saying, don't set your expectations too high. We have a follow-up to last year's Athenian Rhapsody, which was one of the indie greats that came out last year. Super funny, earthboundy kind of RPG. The follow-up has been announced to be due out next year, called Tales of Tuscany. It says it is a WarioWare-soaked open-world RPG that will launch for whatever you play games on, including the PC and Steam, next year. Tuscany has been obliterated by an evil wizard Thunder Goober for his own personal entertainment. Play as Lambipoo, an adventure through the broken land of Tuscany, either making friends and having them join your team or defeating enemies for their experience in your efforts to save their cousins and reunite Tuscany. Each journey through Tuscany is completely unique to the player at the wheel, and you'll be awarded something called a Rhapsody each time that you complete the game, a postcard which details your entire playthrough, which you can trade cross-platform between friends. You're tasked with reuniting Tuscany, but no one's telling you how, so you can just do whatever you want. It says this is a fast-paced, hilarious RPG where you control your own story, build a team of misfits to take on bosses, and make choices that will shape the world around you. It actually looks kind of cool, and I did like Athenian Rhapsody, so, I'm totally willing to give this one a chance too. It's just so different. Monster Collector RPG Lumen Tale Memories of Trey, to be published by Team 17 for the Switch and the PC, due out sometime this year. Long ago, in the golden era of Talia, the Emperor kept the lands peaceful and the people prospered. As for passing away without naming a successor between his twin sons, a civil war raged between the North Logos and the South Mythos, fighting for who would take control of the throne. The townsfolk lived in fear from the atrocities being carried out in the conflict. In a bid to stop the destruction, a part of the Empire's military became Talia's dedicated protectors. From the everlasting darkness of war, these people were the beacon of light that brought people hope. The Lumen were born, and as guardians of the provinces, they ensured the safety of the residents of Talia, both the people and the Animon. Since ancient times, people have long studied the Animon. Not much is known of their nature to this day. They're made of anavis, an energy that throws throughout the whole world, and they possess the ability to affect emotions and interact with the very soul of every living being. Catch the Animon and become inseparable partners as you harness their elemental powers and battle alongside each other with your Haloken. God, what's a Haloken? Anyway, this looks really cool. It looks turn-based, looks Pokemon, all that kind of stuff. It looks really neat. Kaiju number 8, The Game. Second trailer, pre-registration now, is available. It's a free-to-play RPG from Akatsuki Games? I don't know. Open up pre-registration for the Steam, iOS via Apple Store, and Android via Google Play. While the release date has yet to be announced, it will support English. Crush Colossal Kagi in a game-changing blow. Experience exhilarating attack with intuitive controls. Explore the world of Kaiju number 8, recreated in stunning visuals. Based on the global hit anime, I've never heard of it, as if that's any, I've never heard of this in my life. Adapted from the Shonen Jump sensation, Kaiju number 8, The Game, brings you into the heart of the action. Witness epic battles between the Japan Anti-Kaiju Defense Force and the cataclysmic Kaiju, all rendered in breathtaking graphics. So if you're a fan of this anime, then you might want to check out this The Game. I frickin' love Popolocrois. I cannot get enough of it. This is the game that I bought my PSP for. This is super exciting. This could be the most exciting news story I'm covering the entire week. I know that none of you will agree with me, but I love this game. Oh, I can't even stand it. I love it so much. But anyway, the developer of Popolocrois, Epix, trademarked Plus Gammy Up in Japan on April 4th, which went public today. No idea what it is, but we haven't heard from them in a while, so there you go, coming straight from Gamatsu. And yeah, this is totally Pope LaCroix because Gammy then has the Gammy Devil. So yeah, I'm so looking forward to this. The last time we heard about something from the Pope LaCroix developers was a new trademark for something like Narcia's Teardrop or whatever back in 2017, and nothing came of that. So hopefully something does come of this. Visual novel Dreaming in Cherry Blossoms, I Fall in Love with You has been announced for the Switch and the PC. So hopefully it's not written in this English that I just read, but let's see what the story is all about. A story where the memories of cherry blossoms gently unravel the heart. It is a tale of a person encountering everyday life once again in a quiet season. A visual novel set in a small town where fantasy and reality intersect, quietly touching the heart. In the changing scenery, as if searching for something that once certainly existed, eventually it becomes a journey to face forgotten emotions once more. Within the game, graphics enveloped in a soft light and delicate sounds color the story. Multiple forms of the heart are depicted based on the player's choices. Feelings that everyone has experienced at least once but couldn't express in words. Find the answer within the spring breeze. Can you imagine playing an entire visual novel and having the whole story be presented in the way that I just read whatever the hell it was I just read, because I don't even know what the game is about, but I'm just like, oh my god, I can't imagine trying to piece together what they're trying to say in this visual novel when they're giving us that, because I'm just like, oh my god. Road 59, a Yakuza's Last Stand launches on September the 25th, right here for the Switch and the PC. This is a character-driven crime drama set in Tenkai Ward, a sleepless city floating in the Tokyo Bay of the near future. The story follows modern-day Yakuza who possess a supernatural power known as Jinji, passed down through the Grail of the Blood ritual. Within this dark world of betrayal, desire, and turf wars, a reluctant young successor, Shohimuro, is forced to take on the role of the boss of the Hakuro family. While burdened by a title he never asked for, Shu races through the dangerous underworld of Tenkai in order to protect the people that he holds dear. With its fusion of mythical elements like the Grail of the Blood and Jinji, which I've never heard of either of them, and the intense factional conflicts rooted in the classic Yakuza narratives, Road 59 offers a gripping tale of honor, I almost said horror, legacy, and survival. So if this is up your alley, be sure to check it out. And that's it for the new RPG news from me. Thank you guys so much for watching. Do not forget to check the links below if there was anything that tickled your fancy that I talked about today, or enter the Expedition 33 giveaway that I am doing as well. It should be very exciting. I cannot wait to hear all of your thoughts and reasons as to why you want to play the game. So let me know, talk to me, and I'll see y'all next week.